Imagine this. It's 6 p.m., you've had a long day, and so has your child. You ask them to pick up one, just one toy. Instead, they look you dead in the eye, scream no, and throw the toy across the room. In that moment, your blood boils. You feel like a failure. You think, I need to be tougher. I need to show them who's boss. But what if I told you that by showing them who's boss, you are actually damaging the neural pathways required for them to ever listen to you? According to data from the National Institute of Child Health, nearly 85% of parents use discipline methods that actually trigger more defiance. Today, we aren't talking about parenting styles. We're talking about biological warfare. We're uncovering the 5 critical discipline mistakes backed by Harvard and UCLA that are literally short-circuiting your child's brain. If you want to end the power struggles by tonight, you need to understand the why behind the no. Welcome to Parenting IQ. The biggest mistake we make is treating a toddler like a miniature rational adult. It's called the logic trap. When your child is having a meltdown because you cut their toast into triangles instead of squares, your instinct is to explain, "Honey, it's the same bread. It tastes the same." The science, UCLA neuropsychiatrist Dr. Daniel Siegel describes the brain in 2 parts: the upstairs brain, logic, empathy, self-control, and the downstairs brain, breathing, blinking, and the fight or flight response. Statistically, a toddler's upstairs brain doesn't fully finish construction until their mid-20s. When they're upset, the stairs connecting the 2 parts are gone. They're trapped downstairs. The fix? You cannot reason with a person whose logic center is offline. Using logic during a tantrum is like trying to teach a drowning person how to swim. You must connect before you correct. Lower your voice, get on the floor, and just be there. Once the amygdala cools down, the logic returns. Mistake number 2 is the classic timeout. For decades, we've been told, send them to their room to think about what they did. But here's what the fMRI scans show. The brain processes social rejection and isolation in the exact same region it processes physical pain. The science: when you isolate a child who is already struggling to regulate, their brain perceives it as a threat to survival. This releases a massive surge of cortisol, the stress hormone. Instead of thinking about their behavior, their brain is frantically scanning for safety. The statistical reality: a study from Harvard found that children subjected to frequent isolation-based discipline show a 40% higher rate of anxiety-related behavior by age 7. The fix? Try a time in. Sit with them. You don't have to talk. Your calm nervous system co-regulates theirs. You are teaching their brain that even when they lose control, they're safe. Safety is the only prerequisite for learning. If your child is defiant at 8 p.m., it's often because they've been in autonomy deficit all day. The science: every time we say, don't touch that, stop running, eat your peas, we're taking a withdrawal from their sense of agency. By the end of the day, their frustration debt is maxed out. They pick a fight over a blue cup versus a red cup because it is the only thing they can control. The fix: use choice architecture. This isn't about giving up authority, it's a choice illusion. Instead of put your shoes on now, try, do you want to hop to the car like a frog or walk like a giant? When you offer a choice, you stimulate the prefrontal cortex. You move the child from a reactive state to a cognitive state. Statistics show that providing limited choices reduces oppositional behavior by 60%. Mistake number 4 is matching their energy. When they scream, you scream louder. The science: we all have mirror neurons. If you approach a child with anger, their brain automatically mirrors that threat. You become the predator and they become the prey. In a state of fear, the brain cannot learn. It can only survive. If you win a shouting match, you haven't taught them anything. You've simply intimidated them into silence. The fix: the low arousal approach. The quieter they get, the quieter you get. This creates a sensory slide that pulls them out of the hyper-aroused state. A 2022 study showed that parents who practiced calm consistency saw a 35% faster reduction in tantrum duration compared to those who used power assertion. The final and perhaps most dangerous mistake is shaming. There is a massive scientific difference between guilt, I did something bad, and shame, I am bad. The science, when we say, why are you so mean to your sister, or you're being a bad boy, we are hardwiring their self-identity. The fix, focus on the verbal validation of the emotion, but the correction of the action. It's okay to feel angry that the toy was taken, but it is not okay to hit. This stimulates oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which acts as a natural antagonist to stress. It keeps the upstairs brain online even during conflict. Parenting isn't about winning an argument, it's about building a brain. Every time you choose validation over escalation, you are strengthening the neural pathways of emotional intelligence. The data is clear. Consistency beats intensity. A 15-minute routine performed with 90% consistency is 3 times more effective than an hour of perfect parenting once a week. Which of these 5 mistakes hit home for you? Drop a 1 for the logic trap, drop a 2 for timeouts, drop a 3 for the no overload. Let's talk in the comments. We are a community of thinkers raising the next generation. I'm Parenting IQ, and I'll see you in the next deep dive.